so leak and
お疲れ様です。
特に取られるもんないです。そうですそうです。
つまり、あ、そういうことか。
カプチーノわかんない。
ダメ。Wow. Okay, hey guys. I'm now in the Sannomiya area in Hyogo, in Kobe City, and then so we drive to Tsuyama City in Okayama Prefecture. Let's go there. そうですね。邪魔します。Wow, すごい。You have this. こたつ。Now in the Misaki-cho, then we'll be visiting Tsuyama tomorrow. He's taking me somewhere. ダムですかこれ。お疲れ様です。
課金しながらあなたを待ってましたよ。
はいよー。よし。お、全然なかった。本当だ。いただきます。いただきます。するかな。マイルドですね。
味が違うと思うんですよね。ナチュラルな。
お疲れ様でした。Hey guys, so I just arrived at this place called Tsuyama City in Okayama Prefecture, which is located in the northern part of Okayama. And then I'm now right in front of the JR Okayama station, with the like kind of like a old-looking building. And then as this city is known for its old castle townscape, so I wanna explore a little bit later. And then also one of the reasons why I came here is that so there's like a music band called Bees in Japan, which is one of the most popular music bands in Japan. And then the vocalist from the band is called Inabasan, Mr. Inaba, and then he's actually from this Tsuyama city. So you can see, posters of their band and him in riding on this JR station. So this is a map I just got from this station inside the touristic center, and then here it talks about a lot of places to visit, and then you see that the castle here, and then also there's just so many places. They also have this road map actually to visit the places that is related to Inabasan. So this is really interesting as well. So here is the Tsuyama station. Yeah, nice look with the castle town decoration. So before exploring, I bought this kibidango. It's a shio choco kibidango. It's a soft chocolate kibidango. Oh, カリッとしてるなんか inside something crunchy. Good. Wow. 作り原本。洋学者か。So Western, he's like a doctor of the Western studies. Yeah. So here is the explanation about that this Joto Preservation District for groups of historic buildings. Wow. So the person who has created this castle town, the Tsuyama Castle, is known to be Mori Tadamasa, who is a brother of Mori Ranmaru, subordinate of Oda Nobunaga. And he actually fought for him when the Nobunaga was actually betrayed by Akechi Mitsuhide, which is like a very known incident called Honnoji no Hen. And then Mori Ranmaru also died in that incident as well. Wow, such a peaceful day. You hear already nothing. Only like the sound of the wind. いいっすね。So peaceful. これは日の宮蔵です。So this is like a tower. People, go up. When there was like a fire going on, someone goes up and rings a bell. Hi. So this coffee shop, Bito-san, they are now. お父さんお名前何ですか？お名前は？
僕？
はい。
飯田言います。
飯田さん。飯田さん is now taking me to the place where you can see a lot of like bees like collection. お、これか。Wow. So this is すごいな。おお、すげえ。So this Inaba Tsuyama fan club room. へえ。入った。ありがとうございます。すみません。Glad that I got Tsuyama fan club room sticker. came to this place called Okonomiyaki Mie-san. Okay, so I ordered a Horumon Udon for 2 servings. Here's Inaba-san. Wow. Yeah, ご本人です。He himself. 宿取って。あ、そうです。あ、なるほど。なので、美味しそう。いただきます。いただきます。It's flavored in miso and soy sauce. So good. スピードですか？70ぐらい出ますよ。はい。一応高速も乗れます。乗らないですよ。基本乗らないですけど、乗れます。Oh, Horumon is good. It's very chewy. You can feel the good flavor of the beef. でもなんかお肉が有名なんですか？岡山。
昔から
何ですか？
養生食い。
ああ、養生するみたいな。あ、へえ。ああ、またお疲れ様でした。As I explored the town, I couldn't help but notice everywhere I looked, there were things connected to Inaba-san from beats. It really made me feel that this is truly his hometown. Of course, I also visited the places related to him. The first place I stopped by was Inaba Cosmetics. For Beats fans, this is a well-known sacred spot, Inaba-san's family home. Even now, his mother, Kuniko-san, who is 88 years old today, still stands behind the counter, warmly welcoming everyone who visits. When I told her I was traveling all the 47 prefectures by auto rickshaw, she became curious, even took a seat on the rickshaw, and offered heartfelt words of encouragement. And then she gave me the warmest hug. It was such a moving moment. And just in front of the store is Hachiman Shrine, a place that Inaba-san has been familiar with since childhood. Inside, I even found a stone monument engraved with the band name Beats and his name. Standing there, I couldn't help but think his humble attitude, even after becoming such a successful musician, must have its roots in this beautiful land surrounded by nature and in the love of his family. The last stop was Kraya, a traditional Japanese confectionery run by Inaba-san's older brother. Their famous Inaba dorayaki, named after the numbers 4 Inaba, is especially popular and absolutely delicious. So I'm really glad that I was able to tell her that I've been a big fan of bees and then being encouraged many times by their songs. おりゃいいねありました Good. So I was just preparing to leave here, but the mama actually opened the door and then talked to me, and then she gave me these bread and then cookies of these. So yeah, I totally understand why Inaba-san can be so caring to everybody else, and then yeah, that's because of the mother kind and caring. Yeah, I'm so glad to be here. Yeah, okay, let's go. This one was actually built like 100 years ago. So this Okayama prefecture did not go into like the bombing by the US military. So there are relatively many beautiful buildings preserved intact. Got the beautiful ceiling. Okay, so I'll be exploring this museum about Western learners, Tsuyama Yogaku Shiryokan. Okay, I just finished exploring inside this museum, and wow, you got to be able to understand a great deal of the how the Western studies were imported to Japan through the actual people who were from this Tsuyama area, having the three generations of Udagawa family greatly influenced the studies that developing the cultures in Japanese history. So yeah, especially like a person I was amazed by Utagawa Yowan. He was the first person to have introduced botanics and medicine to Japan. From the Netherlands. He was also learning about music and what else? Yeah, so much stuff. There have been just amazing talents. I never knew it. It's a really nice place to understand how the foundations of the intelligence has been created here actually. And then, so I forgot to mention, so Mitsukuri Genpo, the person I saw, like the statue in the station, He was actually, worked as a doctor first in this Tsuyama Han, but he was assigned as an interpreter. So he worked a government officer in the research institution in Tokyo, in Edo at the time, and which later became a Tokyo University. So then that's why he was, known to be the first university professor in Japan. I'm now in the coffee shop right in front of that museum. So I thought it's a nice place to enjoy the coffee. And then actually this one is, they named this one as a Yoan coffee. いただきます。おお、濃いね。A place called Shurakuen, which is like a garden of this Tsuyama Han. So surprisingly, this garden is free to enter. So you can just take a walk. And today is a sunny day, so I thought it's a nice timing to explore. こんぐらいか。おお、広い。So I came to the restaurant called Yukimura's here, and I'm gonna try the local specialty called Nikogori. So this one is like using the mussel on a hill, making it look like a jelly type thing. So I'm gonna try that.
食べてないけど、お酒のあてに。
おお、
どうですか？
美味しい。
旨味も全部固めてる。
It's like you eat like a jelly of soy sauce, but it's not just only soy sauce. Like, it does really have like a umami, like a good taste, good flavor. So for lunch, I came to this place called Momoka-san, and then they have like hot pot called Sozuri Nabe. It's also like a local specialty of using beef. Let's go try. So this is a Sozuri Nabe. So they are using for this hot pot, you see the kanida, leek, and tofu, and then also using the meat around the bones. So in Tsuyama, Sozuri is coming from the verb called Sozuru, and then it's like a dialect in Tsuyama area, meaning the scrape off meat, as it's using like the meat around the bones, scraped off from the bones. So that's why they call it Sozuri Nabe. You do feel like beef, deep flavor, yeah. Just this beef deep flavor, and then combined with the very fresh texture of the leaves are really nice. ああ、美味しかった。お疲れ様でした。Now, why is beef culture so deeply rooted here in Tsuyama? Back in Japan's Edo period, people generally avoided eating meat. This was largely due to Buddhist beliefs that discouraged killing animals, as well as the fact that cows and horses were considered essential for farming. However, there was an interesting exception. People believed that eating meat could have medical benefits, and this practice was known as yojogui, basically food for maintaining health. Two regions became especially famous for this: Hikone in Shiga Prefecture, and this Tsuyama in Okayama Prefecture. In Hikone, the ruling Ii family had a strong political influence within the shogunate. Combined with its distance from Edo, this allowed for more flexibility. As a result, beef consumption became somewhat accepted, even to the point where it was offered to the shogun. Tsuyama, on the other hand, had a long history with cattle. It was located along an important trade route, and cattle farming and trading had been active there for centuries, even as far back as the 8th century. Because of this, people in Tsuyama were already closely connected to cattle, and over time, eating beef under the idea of medical food became socially accepted. On top of that, Tsuyama was ruled by the Matsudaira family, a branch of the Tokugawa clan, which gave the region more freedom in certain practices. This kind of flexibility even extended to things like Western studies, and eventually all of this led to the development of a unique beef culture that still exists today. Hey guys, so today it's like 28th of March, and then they are now having like the festival called Sakura Matsuri, which means like a cherry blossom festival in this Tsuyama Castle ruin. So you can see these amazing cherry blossoms and then with this castle ruin view. As this Tsuyama is selected as one of the best 100 cherry blossom spots in Japan. And during this festival, you can also have many different kinds of foods from this Hyogo area. Not only this Hyogo area, but also like from the many local food from Ehime and then Hyogo. So those are something that you can try as well. At first, I came to Tsuyama simply thinking of it as Inabasan's hometown, but I ended up staying longer than I expected, drawn by the warmth of the people and the comfort of the town. I appreciate all the meetings here. The days I spent under the blooming cherry blossoms, those moments exist only now. When I see the blossoms flutter by, I remember this place and the small, heartwarming conversations I had here. So, until next time, see you again. Sakura 吹き、時の限りを告ぐれども、まだ見ぬ花にこの地忍ばん。桜吹き、時の限りを告ぐれども、まだ見ぬ花にこの地忍ばん。Blowing cherry blossoms, though they tell of time's end. In flowers yet unseen, I shall remember this land. Blowing cherry blossoms, though they tell of time's end. In flowers yet unseen, I shall remember this land. Please let me know how you thought about the video, and if you like it, please share it with your friends and families.